Hi guys! So today I'm going to show you my whole layout of my snacks that I have so far. I like to prep ahead of time, obviously, and get all my snacks squared away so that way I have them. I'm not caught in an emergency, whether it's low blood sugar or anything like that. I like to stay prepared as much as I can. The whole aspect of controlling what you can control, because you can't control everything. So I will tell you about my snacks, why I chose them, why I have them. Alright, well, here's my snacks. I hope you enjoy, and I will catch you at the end of the video. Alright, so I've got a wide array of snacks here that I'm bringing on my trip. Varying from, most of them are nutrient dense, some of them, we'll get into those, why I got them. Anyways, let's get into them. So first we'll start with the sun butter. I am going to get a new one. This one I've already dug into. I get the no sugar added sun butter. And if you look at the nutrition facts, you've got quite a bit of fat in here. Some carbs, some protein, but mainly this is a really good source of fat. They do have several different kinds. I recommend getting the one without sugar, but this is a very big staple in mine. It works well in smoothies. And just all around my next little snack, I'll show you what you can do with those. So move on to these RX bars. I like the mint kind. This is also a really good source of carbs, fats. I mean, you can look at it, but these are a staple. Okay, can't seem to get it to focus, but anyway, so I do like dipping these in the sun butter. It's a really good, they go well together. So I'm gonna start setting stuff aside. Pumpkin seeds, I got these from Aldi. I would like some, I have sprouted ones, which we'll get to, but this was just like an on-the-go snack. I would recommend getting ones with like sea salt if you're gonna get them, but seeds are also a good source of fat. Seeds and nuts, which is what I have right here. Some macadamia nuts. I also got these from Aldi. I have two kinds of macadamia nuts. I kind of like these ones better, but both of them will do. They're a good source of fat, like very high in fat. See if you see here, 21 grams. There's the rest, but like I said, you always want a good source of fat. Is a really good thing to have on a road trip. These little nut butter packets. Can't get it to focus. Here you go. Also another good source of fat, and if you'll notice, like a lot of my snacks have a lot of fat in them, and they're just really good for the body. Anyways, so if you've never had these, highly recommend them. Okay, moving on. This is a little treat for myself, something that my body can handle. I don't do peppers normally. Potatoes I can do few and far between. Those are not AIP friendly, but Siete makes really good things. If you can see right behind that, I have more. This is not AIP friendly, obviously, but it's a pretty clean snack, and also gluten-free is important too. But this is like, I only have a few of these at a time, but still a nice little treat to have, especially when you've got nuts and seeds and all of this. Not that I don't like all of this, because I do. So come here. Sorry for all the noise. These dip chips, probably one of my favorite chips. I'm so glad I found them. Like I said, Siete does a really good job. They're very clean. Also gluten-free. These ones are paleo. And they're just a very clean snack to have on the road. I also like dipping those in sun butter. They work really well together, especially these dip chip ones. Okay, moving on. Got these from Ollie's because I needed a snack, so they just work. Obviously, I'd rather them be sprouted, because that's how you get most of the nutrients out of them, but this will do for when I needed it. Also, good source of fat. Like a little decent amount of calories too, which is good. Remember, calories aren't everything, but they are important. I have two things. gluten-free seaweed here. I like to use these instead of, well, I use these instead of tortilla shells. They're nice to just eat. Sometimes if you've got those Chomps meat sticks, which I don't have right now, these are good to wrap around them. They have a lot of minerals in here, a lot of vitamins in here that are really good for you. Obviously, next to no fats, carbs, proteins, but there's a lot of other nutrients in here that are really good for you. I got these at Wegmans. So they do have organic ones there, but I went with these ones. Organic is obviously best because it's from the sea. So moving on, coconut. It's a new brand that I found recently. I don't know why I'm trying to click on the bag itself to focus it. Haven't tried these ones yet, but you've got a good amount of calories, really good amount of fats in here, some carbs, some proteins. So you can always add in other things with this, which a little bit later in the video I'll show you what I've done with some coconut. But really good snack to have. My mom got me these freeze-dried strawberries. I don't eat a lot of fruit, but it is nice to have once in a while. So freeze-dried, you know, I probably only eat a few of them at a time, but it would be nice to make a little trail mix and put some of those in there just to give myself some carbs. Remember, sugar is sugar. The body can't always decipher between, you know, refined sugar and like fruit sugar. So it's best to not overload yourself on them. But yeah, so they're just freeze-dried strawberries. And we got these from Sam's Club. Figs, always a good source. You can also dip these in the sun butter as well. Really good little, oh, I can't even think of the name. Never mind, words. Can't think of any. You know, mind you, I don't get a lot of my snacks full price. I will. Some of them I will, obviously. But like this one I got from TJ Maxx. And it's a really good place to get snacks. A lot of their snacks are fairly clean. Not all of them, but some of them. So it's a good place. But here's your nutritional facts here. But mixing them in with the nut butter gives you a good source of fat and carbs. And then if you have a meat stick on top of that too, then you've got a really high quality snack there. Yeah, and I was going to say about 3 figs is pretty much all I can handle. They do have sugar, so you take note of like the carb content, but it's a solid snack. This will last me probably my entire trip, if not after that, because I don't have figs every single day. Moving on. This is something that I found in Sam's Club in North Carolina. Oh my goodness. I'm not one for sweet treats or anything like that. One is more than enough for me. It says they're paleo certified. But very clean ingredients. Some people can do the tapioca, some people can't. I can handle it. And see, there is coconut sugar in there that is paleo, but it's not something that I usually, I just don't do any added sugars at all. It doesn't matter what they are. But these are actually really tasty, a nice little treat, especially to go along with the other chips too, obviously not at the same time. Okay, moving on. Nuts.com, probably one of my favorite places to order stuff from. Tiger nuts, I don't know if you've ever had those before, but a good source of fat. Got some carbs in there too, a little bit of protein, not much, but they're a nice little snack to kind of mix with something else probably too. It would be good. I usually just take a little bit and eat these together. I gotten these. I think I got these at, I don't remember where I got these from, but this was something, I thought they were just cacao nibs. They're not. But they've got yakan syrup in them, so definitely not something I'd eat all the time, but like I said, you could probably add it into a trail mix that you make, and that would be, it would work really well, because it's not a bad snack. Cacao nibs are actually really good for you. Yeah, so I haven't dabbled in that too much. Pitted dates, just dates in general, are really good. Got a lot of nutrients in them. Like I said, yeah, about 2 or 3 is all I can do. Usually it's about 2, but here's your nutritional content for you. I do like dipping these, putting sun butter on them. I know some people will cook them with bacon wrapped around them. That would give you, with the sweet and the savory taste. We got these from BJ's, and this is just a really good snack to have with you. Just keep in mind it is sugar, so just be aware of when you're eating them, but another high quality snack. We'll come back to those. Brazil nuts, I got these at Ollie's. Like I said, nuts should be sprouted, but these are not. Got a lot of calories, a lot of fat in here. Brazil nuts are, I think, one of the highest. Those and macadamia nuts, I think, if I'm not, maybe I'm mistaken, I believe are the highest count of fat in them. But these are really good for you. Have a lot of good nutrients in them for the body, a good snack. So I'll definitely be adding these into like a trail mix sort of thing. Okay, so these I've already mixed together. I got both of these at Wegmans. This is really good alone with the sprouted things in here. There you go. I'll let you read that. Like I said, coconut sugar is not something I do all the time. Obviously, these snacks are going to last me quite some time. A decent amount of fat, but then you get all those nutrients and stuff. Since it's sprouted, you make them more bioavailable. We've got paleonola. Because of the dates, both of these, especially this one's a little on the sweeter side, so I can't eat very much of this at all, but this is actually a really solid granola, if that's what you want to call it. But it's quite tasty, works really well on top of like coconut milk yogurt or something. Really good snack to have. So what I did with these two, I had some roasted coconut, and so I put these in the jar because I'm going to be hiking and stuff like that. So now I think I'm going to put both of these into just the 2 jars, if it'll fit. Should fit. So I took these and the unsweetened roasted coconut flakes and put them in here. So I'll probably empty this one out, and then I'll show you what I'll do with the other jar. But I just mixed them in there. Going to add more to these, but that'll be a good snack to have. So these right here, we've got some sprouted sunflower seeds. Sprouted is always best. Some organic whole flax seeds, chia seeds, and then sprouted pumpkin seeds. So what you can do with these, there's a seed cracker that I got from my friend, and I'm gonna make those before I leave for my trip. That way, I've got a little cracker you can use for hummus, you can use for the sun butter or anything like that, and they're sprouted seeds, which are really good. Like I said, it makes the nutrients more bioavailable because their casing isn't on there. But it's a pretty nutrient-dense snack that should last me quite some time. So I'll probably make like 2 or 3 batches of those. And we'll go from there. And then whatever's left over there, I'll put them in one of these jars, since I'll probably only be using 2 of them. And that way I can make more crackers along the road once I get to one of my prospective places that has a stove, because I've got some wonderful people that will more than likely let me use their stove. So, all right, and then moving on to this last, I am going to be backpacking a little bit of the trip. And so I needed something. I was kind of panicking about the food situation, because if you know me, you know, like, blood sugar is a thing. So I found this online, did some research, read all the specs and everything. They've been rated like the best to-go canned, which I don't usually use canned food at all, but they're very clean foods. So they come in a can. You can open them right here. But if you look them up, I've actually tried both. This is the salmon, which you wouldn't think canned salmon would taste very good, but it actually does. And then here's some white albacore tuna. I've tried both of them. I've made this into a tuna salad, which I've got pictures of that on Instagram, so you can see it. The recipe will be in my recipe book when it does come live. And then this, I actually cooked this too, but I mean, they're already cooked, so you don't have to, but I look forward to having these as either just a main meal or an emergency meal. If I need one, then I have it as available. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed or at least found it beneficial to look at all the snacks that I was bringing with me in case you too are going on a trip also where you need snacks. I make sure all of my snacks are very nutrient dense, you know, most of the time. Sometimes you have to get what you can get, but you know, no sugar added, which most of them, I think some of them had the coconut sugar in them, but like I said, those are a few and far between snack. I like my snacks to actually do something for my body. Be careful to what you're putting in your bodies, especially when you're on the road. It's very, you know, I've talked to many people who go on the road and just eat very poorly when they have the availability to eat well. And I guess that's the whole point of, okay, that's the whole point of these next series of videos with my trip, showing you that you can in fact be healthy on the road. It is very possible. It's very beneficial for your body because, you know, not being at home, being out and about, going traveling can be stressful on the body, can add stress to your stress bucket, and we want our food and our nutrients that we put into our bodies to reflect health, not the opposite. So thank you so much to all my friends and family who have, you know, helped me prepare for this trip and given me the courage to pursue something that I've wanted to do for the last 10 years of my life. And I'm excited that it's finally happening. A little nervous, but I think we'll be fine. I know I can handle it, and I look forward to bringing you guys along on the journey. So thank you for coming along with me. And next video, I'll show you how what's packed in my car and how I'm arranging all that. And like I said, things may change the way it's set up, but I can always tell you guys about that when it happens. All right, bye. Okay, so that was B. I think I don't know what that was. Something that stings.